This lesson, we'll look at vocabulary related to stocks and shares, which are one of several types of securities that are listed on exchanges. We'll explore ideas such as brokers and brokerages, as well as stock indexes, initial public offerings, or IPOs, and dividends. Stocks. Shares. Companies raise money by selling stocks or shares in the company to investors. The value of a stock can rise or fall depending on supply and demand, company performance, and changes in the economy.
I own shares in large companies like Walmart and Coca-Cola, but I also have stock in some new tech startups.
Securities.
Securities.
Securities are a type of investment sold by corporations and governments. Securities are usually divided into debt, in the form of bonds, and equity, in the form of stocks.
In the United States, the sale of securities is closely regulated by the SEC.
Exchange.
Exchange.
An exchange is a place or electronic platform where securities are bought and sold. Popular exchanges include the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, and the LSE.
The New York Stock Exchange, like most exchanges, is closed for weekends and holidays.
Listed. Listed on. When a company lists its stock, it registers the stock for sale on an exchange. To be listed on an exchange, a company must meet certain requirements such as regular reporting.
Samsung is the 10th largest company listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
Stockbroker.
Stockbroker.
A stockbroker is a person who buys and sells stocks for investors and provides advice about stock investments. A brokerage is a company that employs stockbrokers to trade stocks for clients.
I called my stockbroker and asked him to put in an order for 5,000 shares of Microsoft.
Index.
Index.
An index is a statistical measure of how a section of the stock market is performing. Well-known indices include the Dow Jones Industrial Average and the S&P 500.
Many investors watch Germany's DAX index to find out how the European markets are doing.
Initial public offering, IPO. An initial public offering, or IPO, is a company's first or initial sale of stock to the public. An IPO can give a private company access to capital to expand.
Facebook's IPO saw the sale of over 420 million shares and about $16 billion in new capital.
Dividends.
Dividends.
Dividends are a portion of a company's profits paid to its shareholders.
I prefer to invest in large, stable companies that pay quarterly dividends.
Now it's your turn to practice some of the words we've looked at in this lesson. In a moment, you'll hear a series of sentences with a word replaced with a beep. Repeat each sentence, including the missing word. For example, if you hear,
I am going to call my and ask him to sell my shares in Apple.
you can say,
I'm going to call my stockbroker and ask him to sell my shares in Apple.
we'll play the correct answer after each question. Ready? Let's give it a go.
Investors were very excited before Twitter's big in 2013. Answer. Investors were very excited before Twitter's big IPO in 2013.
Samsung is the 10th largest company on the New York Stock Exchange. Answer. Samsung is the 10th largest company listed on the New York Stock Exchange.
I prefer to invest in large, stable companies that pay quarterly. Answer. I prefer to invest in large, stable companies that pay quarterly dividends.
The world's biggest technology companies are traded on the Nasdaq stock. Answer. The world's biggest technology companies are traded on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange.
That's all for this episode of Video Vocab. Be sure to check out our website at www.videovocab.tv for more videos on business English vocabulary. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.